Hello, hello, hello. Now let's see about this. And okay. I guess this is going to be the silence deck. Since it's super late and I understand that nobody's here, I just want to leave the little bit of what I told you all earlier, and so that way I didn't think y'all didn't think that I had left everybody just waiting. If in any case anybody would show up. But anyway, as I was going back into like the negativity with women, I think it's calming down because actually I have been seeing a little bit of notice within the last call that I had and the last reading. I think things had changed. Actually, after I made another reading on that reading. I think everything should be getting there soon. So, as I was saying, yesterday and today were like pretty strange days when it came to some of the women. I'm not going to say all of them, but some of them. They were acting weird and a little bit different, out of the ordinary, upset or crying or having issues or problems or being sad or having a situation that they felt hopeless with a relationship, especially the ones that have been in a relationship without a stable relationship, where it's like there's a marriage or a real serious relationship, or even marriage people that haven't really worked on their problems. It seems like the last 2 days have been enhanced with those situations. It's like where the relationships are going to be going, or etc. Men are usual, I mean, not as usual, some men, as usual, have ignored it, but the women were a little bit more sensitive than usual. Maybe earlier I put it like more dramatic, like, it was pretty dramatic, reading actually. But it's still worth it because I learned a lot from it. I learned that at least I was not exposed to that kind of toxicity and negativity, at least I think. So hopefully by tomorrow everything goes okay. And since we had that horrible reading, and well, not horrible, but negative reading, about kind of like, okay, we got the first card was a tower, then we had the devil, then we had the wands upside down, and we had so many swords, and we have the devil card, then we had the tower again, and then it was repetitive. And also, what else did we had? We had also just negative cards overall, most of them, except for the sun. What the sun was doing. Well, we don't know exactly. As far as I know, in my reading, the sun just came out as a positive, as the only positive card, and I think that actually, I don't think it did too much besides probably either enhance or maybe helped. But I'm pretty sure that I heard a lot of people being overly wrong, women especially, like I was saying, and this is something that you will expect after the last 2 days. Me, I mean, I get drained, but see, the whole thing is, you gotta understand that that was a reading that was just for today and last night. Today we should do a lot better, and things should be more positive. That's for sure. And as we speak, um, I mean, I don't. I can't. I'm trying to get people to get in here, but it's so late and it's understanding. So all I can do is really just throw the reading here by myself, which I have no problem with that. And then eventually from there, I mean, whoever watches it later while streaming, you can see. So, and actually, it's pretty productive to be proud by myself because that way I can just focus on the reading and not really answer all the wrong questions. So let's see what was happening in the last 2 days. And for some reason, I don't know why people rather watch videos on Facebook than on YouTube, but that's okay. I'm gonna make this short of about 10 minutes, and that's it, which I've been 8 already. So, this is the deck of the Book of Acetate. It's like the top deck, but with HPL craft. It's a very beautiful deck, gold and black, with that red star. That's it, as the morning star. So now we just cut the deck, and since nobody's here, I can pick whatever I want. So this is just a general reading about the last night and today. We get the Nine of Swords again, so I'm not lying. This is exactly what's going on. Still in that system. That's me shuffling 8 times right now, and 3 cuts. It's still a Nine of Swords. Situation hasn't changed. The Three of Wands upside down appears again. You can see my video from Facebook. I'm not lying. This is coming the same way. Then we get the World. Changes. Hey, that was new, and it's a positive major arcana. we also see the Seven of Wands. So now the positive cards are actually being relevant at this time with the new changes overnight. And it's right now, what time is it? 1:39. So that reading was at 9 o'clock. So it's 4 hours. Okay, and these changes happen. We still with the nine of swords in the center, but it changed from upside down to upright. And we still have the Three of Wands, which is still upside down. We also have the Seven of Wands, but now it's positive and it's actually looking as defending itself. And the world is changing, happening from the past situation with the Emperor, which that represents male in general. And then we get the Princess of Wands, which means probably forgiving now, giving it a chance. And then we see the reunion. So back to normal. I think tomorrow will be okay. The people will be okay. I see reconciliation and back to a relationship or back to forgiveness or back to whatever. That Ten of Swords is still in the reading. It continues in the reading. That means that we're not out of the negativity stage. So we are actually still in the same route with the Ten of Swords. So that means we're not out of the shade yet, out of the shadows. And the Chariot, as bad decisions taken if not taken well. Okay, so let's see how this improved from yesterday. I mean, from last night, the night's earlier reading, and then now. 9 of 10 of Swords is still the same negative. That means that nothing has changed with that. I said that 9 of Swords is actually positive this time. 7 of Wands means defending explanations, communication. So somebody actually opened up and opened mouth. The Emperor is showing the one in charge as man. In the past, not right now. Right now, everything is up to the world, to the universe. I guess depending on how everything is outside in the universe, things will change. Which it seems like people are still going to be unbalanced. I also see the Prince of Wands as coming into the picture as the woman wanting to get the explanation straight up and trying to leave the man that everything is going the right direction, right? Somehow, the Ace of Cups would seem, which the woman gets in hope, or the women get hope that would change, or whatever is going to this. I'm not having any problems, so I don't know what they're talking about. But so that means that the Ace of Cups coming out as a get together, and then probably start to understand each other when it comes to communication, and also the Chariot as the Ten of Swords as saying that they're still in pain and they're still not out of the shade. So couples like that are not, they're still fighting, they're still going against each other. And then we see decisions, but not the decisions well taken care of. The other guy I see now is the Judgment. So the last judgment means of what's going to happen next, right? So what are they going to decide? And then we see the Queen of Swords. That's why I started the reading with the Queen of Swords, because she was going to pop in the picture. So she is right there on top of the Judgment. So she's the one that judges, who's going to say if she forgets, so she forgets. So she's going to continue in this mood, or she's going to still upset. So we go into the, which one is this one? The Six of Swords upside down, which means I don't think she's going to forgive whatever happened in the past. So whoever is going into this situation, which that makes sense of most of the phone calls I had since last night, is that there was some kind of switch out of the universe, just like we were talking about earlier labs, okay? So that means that this switch created some kind of commotion and collision in which the woman decided not to take BS anymore from men or whoever was in that situation. If that wasn't the situation, then the woman completely stopped caring about somebody or completely didn't care anymore about that person, let it go or whatever, but it's an ending, a complete ending of like, even if she's with the guy, she's not going to care, or whoever this person is not going to care. The Five of Cups is meant thinking, oh, wow, am I losing this, or where am I going? Where is this going? And then you see the Nine of Cups upside down, which means at the present time it's not going anywhere besides the Queen of Swords. So the King of Swords present himself, okay, as telling trying to convince, but still. So I guess it's going to still last until it's next of the weekend. I don't know what force outside the universe is going on. Like I said, the hangman is showing us sacrifices for the sake of something better because the woman is in denial and she doesn't want to take that forgiveness. She's judging. So I guess I would call it that this week has been the last 2 days of judgment for women that had it enough and don't want to deal with it anymore. And the Six of Wands means that she's not going to take it anymore. So the High Priestess is saying that it's it. So we're still in circles. Nothing would change for some of the people that are going through this situation. Six of Cups means family, which it means that actually around Eastern something might change because of family. And I don't celebrate Easter or anything like that, but I do see family celebrations and getting together as families and actually positive cards showing up with this whole mess going on. And then I do see the Empress walking into the aisle of woman, as the woman, as the mother, as the mother, sister, as everything in the world, and proud of herself. I see also the King of Cups in love, looking at her with pride and understanding her. So then I see festivities, which is this weekend. It makes sense. It's kind of logical, but at the same time, it's showing in the cards because it's the likeliness to happen. And the Prince of Cups happy, which is the same one as the Empress and the High Priestess and the fine woman in the car reading. And then that ends the dead card. Festivities end. And then we see the Seven of Cups again back. The family is not happy together again, or family or friends. So Ben goes and isolate himself with no communication. So it's gonna continue for a longer. And then we see the Tower again. And with this ultimate card that we have right here, I mean, my message right now is for men to actually try to do something about this because it seems like it's not going to change and it's going to continue through the weekend. So whatever it is that you don't have done to this person, or whatever it is that you need to make up for, do it right now before. Don't do it for the festivities and for family. Do it because you need the woman to calm down. I mean, I don't see any type of resolution yet. Still the same, and with the devil behind again, behind the tower, and it's coming as the same reading that I did earlier on Facebook. So we have to watch out what's going on out there. And then I see the Three of Cups upside down, which just means there's not gonna be a reconciliation yet, or there's not going to be any type of peace yet. I hope this doesn't apply to everybody, just some people. I really do not want to be hearing about women being so horribly disappointed of this man. I mean, I don't understand what they did to them, but obviously they're all drained out of it. And of course, they seem to have no money and going through financial situations, well, like everybody. But the High Priestess survived through that. It's just the love part that is killing her. And with the Two of Swords upside down, meaning more discussions, more conflicts in between them, the weekend ends, well, this week ends with a sword upside down. This sword is supposed to be like this. Hopefully y'all can change it, and hopefully this helps. It's just advice. It doesn't apply to everybody, but it does apply to those who have hurt another person. And I will highly recommend that if you want to fix things, you have to do it right now. Otherwise, it's going to be not nice. Like I said earlier, not nice is not nice. When a woman is really upset, and especially if you have done something to upset her on purpose in the past, or that you have done something terribly wrong, like cheating or lying or betraying or saying lies, I guess, stealing money from them. Even maybe you're going out with an older woman. I heard this one a lot today. Men take advantage of those older women. So be nice. Don't break their heart by telling them that you love them. Same thing, you have a girlfriend and you're not taking care of her. I mean, why you have a girlfriend if you can't take care of her, or you don't care about taking care of her? I heard about a lot of girls saying I have to pay the bills for my boyfriend. Ugh, that's gross. I never would dare let anybody do that. I mean, I can pay, yeah, my stuff, but I mean, I'm not gonna go with somebody, hey, then I'm gonna pay for them. Crazy. Nope, not in this world, not in this life. And a woman's supposed to be, when she's good, supposed to be treated like a queen. So you women out there, if you all heard this, maybe what you want to do is open up a little bit with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or with whoever it is that you with, or your husband, whatever, if it's a father figure or whatever, try to talk to them and tell them exactly what is bothering you about them, and stop, being upset, because being upset is not going to help you get anywhere. If you want to dump the guy, just dump him. Why do you want to drag him around? I mean, that's my theory. I mean, do you want to be miserable for the rest of your life? Hopefully not. So, thank you. And I'll talk to y'all later. And maybe tomorrow I'll do another reading. And hopefully someone get to hear this or later when they see my rerun or whatever, on the streaming. That way you can see what I was talking about. Because this was more about advice and about letting people know how this is affecting for the last days so many people. Okay, so it's kind of like take care of yourself and take care of others, not just of yourself. Bye and good night. Well, good morning, actually. And I still have to work more. Bye.